As a heart surgeon with decades of experience, I've sat across from thousands of seniors, many of them worried, confused, and scared, describing chest tightness, shortness of breath, or sudden fatigue. They assume it's just aging, stress, or diet. But what shocks many of them, and may shock you, is this. The real culprit could be a medication they've trusted for years. Some of the most commonly prescribed pills for pain, sleep, blood sugar, or even mood, taken daily by millions of people over 60, may quietly be harming your heart. These aren't rare side effects. We're talking about medications that can silently weaken the heart muscle, spike your blood pressure, or disrupt your heart rhythm, without any obvious warning signs until it's too late. In today's video, I'll reveal the 7 hidden dangers, medications that may be sabotaging your heart health behind your back. This isn't about scaring you. It's about empowering you. If you or someone you love is over 60 and takes any kind of daily medication, I urge you to watch this all the way through. Your heart may depend on it. But before we dive in, be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss proven, practical health strategies designed for your golden years. And if this video helps you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0, so I know how to improve and keep serving you better. Let's start with pill number 7, and it's one you probably have in your medicine cabinet right now. It's also one of the most commonly used and dangerously underestimated pills among seniors. We're talking about non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, a class that includes well-known over-the-counter medications like ibuprofen, Advil, and naproxen, Aleve. These are often the go-to solution for joint pain, arthritis, back pain, and other chronic aches that come with age. They promise fast relief, but that relief can come at a heavy price for your heart. Here's the truth most people don't hear. NSAIDs can significantly raise your blood pressure, cause fluid retention, and silently place extra strain on your heart. For a younger person, that might not seem like a big deal. But for someone over 60, especially those with high blood pressure, heart disease, or kidney issues, that extra stress can be the tipping point, triggering heart failure or dangerous arrhythmias. What's even more concerning is how easy it is to misuse them. Many seniors take NSAIDs daily for years, unaware that these pills can also damage blood vessels, reduce kidney function, and interfere with heart medications, creating a domino effect of hidden risks. The worst part? You may not notice anything at first. There's no pain, no obvious warning signs, but your heart may be working harder in silence day after day, until one day it can't keep up. That's why I tell all my patients, don't be fooled just because these drugs are sold without a prescription. Being over-the-counter doesn't mean they're harmless. If you're over 60 and taking NSAIDs regularly, even for minor pain, please talk to your doctor. There are safer, heart-friendly alternatives that can ease your pain without endangering your life. Pain relief should never come at the cost of your heart. You deserve both comfort and safety, and with the right guidance, you can have both. Now let's talk about pill number 6, one that becomes increasingly dangerous the longer it's used. We're talking about a class of diabetes drugs known as thiazolidinediones, with pioglitazone being one of the most common. If you're managing type 2 diabetes, you may be familiar with these medications. Their main job is to help control blood sugar. But what many people don't realize is that they may be quietly putting your heart at risk. These drugs can cause your body to retain fluid, which may lead to swelling in the legs, ankles, and feet, a sign that your heart is working harder than it should. For seniors, especially those over 60, this increased fluid retention can set the stage for congestive heart failure, a serious and potentially life-threatening condition. What makes this even more alarming is that the early signs of heart failure, fatigue, shortness of breath, or feeling winded after light activity can be subtle and easily overlooked or mistaken for normal aging. That means damage can progress silently without you or your doctor catching it in time. Even though these medications are effective at lowering blood sugar, the trade-off can be severe, especially if you have a history of heart disease or even mild symptoms like swelling. It's crucial to have an honest conversation with your healthcare provider. Ask whether a safer alternative is available, because managing your blood sugar should never come at the cost of your heart's strength. Now, let's move on to pill number 5, a medication millions of seniors still rely on nightly for sleep, without realizing the risks it may carry. Pill number 5, sleeping pills, the silent threat to your heart. Sleep issues are incredibly common among seniors, and many turn to sedative hypnotic medications like Zolpidem, Ambien, or older drugs like diazepam, Valium, for relief. These medications promise deep, restful sleep. But beneath that promise lies a hidden danger, especially for your heart. Sedatives work by slowing down your entire central nervous system. That includes your heart rate and blood pressure, which may seem like a calming effect, but it actually blunts your body's natural ability to respond to stress, oxygen changes, or cardiovascular strain during sleep. Over time, this suppression can worsen or even trigger sleep apnea, a condition where your breathing stops temporarily during the night. Each episode puts enormous strain on your heart and increases the risk of irregular heart rhythms, heart attacks, and even strokes. What's more, sedatives can interfere with life-saving heart medications like beta blockers, making your overall treatment less effective. As you age, your body becomes more sensitive to these drugs, increasing your risk of falls, confusion, memory problems, and respiratory issues, especially when combined with other medications. Yes, sleep is vital, but the long-term use of sleeping pills can slowly erode both heart and brain health. Thankfully, there are safer, more natural strategies to restore healthy sleep without compromising your heart. Before refilling that next prescription, talk to your healthcare provider. You may not need a pill to find real rest. Pill number 4, tricyclic antidepressants, outdated drugs, hidden heart dangers. Next, we come to pill number 4, a class of medications that may still be in your medicine cabinet, tricyclic antidepressants, such as amitriptyline or nortriptyline. These were once go-to prescriptions for depression, anxiety, and even chronic pain. But today, they're known for their high cardiac risk, especially in adults over 60. These older antidepressants can disrupt the heart's electrical system, leading to irregular heartbeats, dangerous blood pressure swings, and even a condition called heart block, where the heart signals become delayed or blocked altogether. For seniors with existing heart issues like arrhythmias or bradycardia, a slow heart rate, this can be life-threatening. Even at low doses, long-term use without careful monitoring can quietly degrade your cardiovascular health. And it doesn't stop there. Tricyclics also heighten the risk of dizziness, confusion, and falls, all of which can lead to severe injuries or hospitalization. Despite the risks, these medications are still prescribed, sometimes out of habit or because they were effective in the past. But medical science has advanced. Today, there are newer antidepressants that are far safer for the aging brain and heart. If you're on a tricyclic and have noticed tiredness, dizziness, or unusual heart flutters, don't ignore those signs. They may be your heart's way of sounding the alarm. Always ask your doctor if a safer, more modern alternative is available. Your mental health matters, but so does protecting your heart. Pill number 3, decongestants, a surprising heart hazard. Let's move to pill number 3, a category of drugs millions of seniors use for something as simple as a stuffy nose. But these everyday medications can quietly strain your heart in dangerous ways. We're talking about decongestants such as pseudoephedrine and phenylephrine, found in common cold, flu, and allergy medications. They're widely used to relieve sinus pressure and nasal congestion, especially during seasonal flare-ups. However, here's what many people don't know. They don't just shrink swollen nasal passages. They also constrict blood vessels throughout your body. This means they can raise your blood pressure, speed up your heart rate, and force your heart to work harder than it should. For seniors, particularly those with existing heart disease or hypertension, this extra strain can be risky, even deadly. Many people feel jittery, anxious, dizzy, or experience palpitations after taking these drugs. That's not just a side effect. That could be your heart signaling distress. Because these medications are available over the counter, people assume they're safe, but aging changes the way your body processes drugs. What was once harmless in your 40s can be dangerous in your 60s or 70s. Always read the label carefully. And before reaching for any decongestant, talk to your doctor, especially if you have high blood pressure or heart conditions. There may be safer ways to manage your symptoms without risking your heart. Pill number 2. Proton pump inhibitors, the hidden cost of heartburn relief. Now, let's take a closer look at pill number 2, a medication that's become a daily routine for millions of older adults, yet it may be quietly compromising your heart health. We're talking about proton pump inhibitors, PPIs, drugs like omeprazole, Prilosec, or pantoprazole, Protonix, commonly used to treat acid reflux and heartburn. They're often viewed as safe, even harmless. But new research is painting a more concerning picture, especially for seniors. PPIs work by reducing stomach acid, which relieves heartburn. But that same acid is vital for absorbing key nutrients, including magnesium. When magnesium levels drop, it can lead to irregular heart rhythms, muscle weakness, and fatigue, all symptoms that may be misattributed to aging, when in fact your heart may be under strain. Long-term use of PPIs can also alter your gut microbiome, disrupting the balance of healthy bacteria and promoting inflammation, which is directly linked to heart disease. Despite their short-term effectiveness, PPIs were never meant for long-term daily use, especially without medical supervision. If you've been on a PPI for more than a few weeks, and you're over 60, it's time to reconsider. Don't just treat the symptom. Work with your doctor to uncover the root cause of your reflux or heartburn. Because protecting your stomach shouldn't come at the cost of your heart. Next up, pill number 1. Perhaps the most dangerous and widely used medication, silently weakening senior hearts across the globe. You won't want to miss this. Pill number 1. Calcium channel blockers, a double-edged sword for the aging heart. At the top of our list is a medication taken daily by millions of seniors, often without realizing the risks it carries. We're talking about calcium channel blockers, a class of drugs commonly prescribed for high blood pressure, chest pain, angina, and irregular heartbeats. While these medications, especially older versions like verapamil and diltiazem, are effective at relaxing blood vessels and improving blood flow, they can also slow down your heart too much. That's where the danger lies. For aging hearts, which may already be working at reduced capacity, these drugs can tip the balance. They may cause your heart rate to drop to dangerously low levels, leading to fatigue, dizziness, fainting spells, and in severe cases, even heart rhythm disruptions. Some seniors also experience swelling in the legs, shortness of breath, and worsening heart failure symptoms, all signs that are often misattributed to getting older rather than the medication itself. What makes calcium channel blockers particularly concerning is their potential to interact with other common medications, further increasing the risk of complications. And too often, these drugs are prescribed and then forgotten. Without regular monitoring, side effects can go unnoticed until they become serious. If you're on one of these medications and experiencing sluggishness, leg swelling, or a slow pulse, don't ignore the signs. Never stop a heart medication without your doctor's supervision, but do ask whether there's a newer or safer alternative that better suits your age and condition. These medications are powerful, and they require close attention to be used safely. We've now covered 7 common medications that, while intended to help, may quietly harm the hearts of seniors when used long-term or without proper oversight. My message to you is simple but urgent. Do not stop any medication on your own. Instead, have an open conversation with your doctor. These drugs were designed to heal, but when taken without careful monitoring, they can silently erode your heart health. As a heart surgeon, I've seen too many seniors rushed into the hospital not because of a new illness, but because of the side effects of medications they've trusted for years. It's heartbreaking and preventable. This isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. You deserve to feel strong, protected, and informed. With the right tools and guidance, you can live longer, feel better, and take back control of your health. Now is the time to act. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and never stop asking questions about the medications you're taking. Your heart is far too important to ignore. If this message helped you, please share it with someone you love. And don't forget to subscribe for more life-saving advice made especially for seniors like you. Take care and stay heart strong.